Hello everybody, in this video we are going to be taking a look at a scenario where pi forms an empire. Just so you guys, just for a quick clarification, I've been awake for about not just over half an hour. I'm very tired. Anyways, you might be wondering, how can pi, otherwise known as 3.14159265358799323, make an empire? Well, I have an idea. So I googled where the person who made pie something was born. Um, Let me see if I can find it because I currently have Clicker open. I don't know how to pronounce that. Sicily. So um, let me reopen this. We are going to be seeing Sicily make an empire by definition, but it's going to make a few other nations fall into a semi-civil war. For example, Italy, Greece. I don't know. Um, Turkey. Parts of them are going to be wanting to join the Great Pi Empire. For example, the southern half of Sardinia. They're going to be wanting to join the Great Pi Empire, as well as this island of Greece, as well as Crete, as well as the Istanbul area. So yeah. Now Greece is like, hey, wait, oh, wait, Turkey doesn't have it anymore. Okay, never mind, we'll go with it. So yeah. These areas, like these nations, is just they're just gonna be like, yeah, it's not worth fighting this. We're not losing too much population because I believe Sardinia in real life only has like 1 million people. In Wixo, it might be a bit different. Also, I'm going to talk about Wixo at the end of this video. Anyways, we now have the Pi Nation. So yeah, I think it's 3 pixels wide that I do it. Yes, 3. So yeah, Pi is now an island empire. And you might be wondering, who are they going to be striking first? They're going to be striking the Cypriots. I think that's what they're called, I'm not sure. But they're going to be making. I did not turn off anti-aliasing. There we go. They're going to be making a landing over here, as well as one up here, as well as one that basically takes the whole island. And boom, bap. You're red now. Oh, no, not the Black Sea. Anyways, now that Pi has formed an empire, you might be wondering, or you're probably not wondering, what is their flag? Well, I'm going to show you what their flag is. It's a circle with in bluish purple, if I can get a good color. It just says Pi. This is the Pi Nation's flag. That's their whole flag. Anyways, they are going to be making a few allies. And those allies, it's going to be very random allies. Moldova, Switzerland, I know, very surprising. Luxembourg, Kaliningrad, I'm joking, not Kaliningrad. Georgia, um, Nigeria, Niger and Nigeria. And finally, Bhutan. Don't ask why them specifically, I don't know. Anyways, the Pi Empire is going to be making another invasion, or specifically 3. Bing, bap, boom, bap. That was a... Okay, there we go. And they're gonna very quickly just run over all of Lebanon. As well as Israel's northern half, as well as Palestine, as well as Israel. Also, I just want to say, obviously Sicily, obviously the Pi Empire is, or the Pioneers. Yeah, I'm gonna call it the Pioneers Empire. The Pioneers Empire is obviously gonna be very buffed. Like they have this island of Greece, half of Sardinia, all of Sicily and Cyprus and Crete and Istanbul. Probably now called Cyprus, but I don't think they'd be the strongest nation in the world. So they do have to be buffed. Anyways, we are gonna be just seeing these guys just fold over. So yeah, and in a peace treaty, it's gonna be just all red. I'm just okay. It's gonna be all red. So yeah, Pioneer's empire is very quickly growing because now they have two nations. Oh, four nations. I don't know why I thought this was all two. Anyways, they're going to be invading another nation, probably a lot stronger. They're going to be invading Tunisia. And why are they going to be invading Tunisia? I'm pretty sure the northern coast has a lot of people. You know, I'm going to Google it. Does the northern coast of Tunisia have a lot of population? I don't know. Relatively dense population. Oh wow, 1/5 of their population. What's their population? I know I'm getting very sidetracked. So yeah, that's my bad. Okay, so like roughly like just over 2 million people live up here. So yeah, they make a landing up here, boom, that's taken. And then even more boom, and then that's taken. So yeah, and boom. We have the Great Pioneers Empire. But now they're finally going to be doing some things with their allies. And what is that? Well, the first one, invading Italy. Why are they going to be invading Italy? Because Italy has a lot of land. So first, we see the Swiss Empire. Well, not the Swiss Empire. Sorry, I was thinking of Vedas Pro, because I just realized, because I just found out that it's getting delayed to tomorrow, so yeah. They are gonna start, like, invading into Italy, obviously with help from the Pioneers. And speaking of the Pioneers, they are going to be invading up from Naples, I think this is called. And they end up getting very far. And regarding Sardinia, they just opt to join. Then we see a pro-Pioneers rebellion break out over here in Rome. I'm going to make that a slightly different color. Yeah, that's good, that's good. And that rebellion is, it already has Rome, probably also the Vatican. They are going to start just invading out. And they cut Italy in half with the pro-Pioneers revolt taking this, the Pioneers Empire taking this, and the Swiss taking this, and also San Marino. So yeah, goodbye San Marino. And in a peace treaty, it's basically just gonna look exactly like this, but with a few border changes. Let me show you what's gonna look like. So, first, I think my here is. Let me turn this off. So, we are going to be seeing Italy get split down a very specific line. This line. I don't know why that line specifically, but the Pioneers Empire wants this. And Switzerland doesn't really care, so they're giving. So yeah. These two are now concerning bit larger, with the Pioneers Empire now having all of Sardinia, if I can correct correctly. There we go. As well as having basically all of Italy. And now the Swiss are making themselves a little empire. So yeah. Why can't I? Okay, that should be good. I just need to boom, and now we can continue with the scenario. Or scenario, however you want to say it. Anyways, we're going to be seeing the Pioneers Empire invade a few more people. Bosnia, Croatia, you, and you, and you, and you, and you. Yep, all of Yugoslavia, Albania included, are getting invaded. Also, Yugoslavia meant the Union of South Slavs, I think, so technically they should also, I think, be invaded like Romania and Bulgaria. So technically the real Yugoslavia would be like this, but who cares? The Pioneers Empire, that's the wrong one. They very quickly make a landing in Albania, overrunning the country in a matter of seconds. I'm joking, not seconds, but like a few weeks maybe. Montenegro follows suit. North Macedonia falls. Kosovonia? Kosovo just decides to join up. A landing up here in Croatia is made, with them taking basically all the coast. I think the capital now it's definitely taken. And then they just start getting like pushed back until we see Romania join in on the third party. And yes, I'm gonna start using a darker color. And they start invading into these guys, and they take them out. But look a bit to your north. Well, northeast. That's right. Da-da-da-da. And these guys have Pioneers equipment. And say goodbye to this. And the Pioneers Empire, being so grateful, they give this over to, I said Albania. Oh no, to not Montenegro, to Moldova. And this, Swiss, ignore this. And in a peace treaty, it is. I'm gonna try and just do peace treaties without like pausing in this video, just for why not. So we are gonna be like the old Annie videos. We are going to be seeing the Pioneers Empire gain everything like this. Actually, no. Everything from here and south. The Moldovans are going to be annexing this. The Swiss, this. Now this goes to the Pioneers Empire. And obviously then the Pioneers are just going to be annexing the rest. That's a pretty big Pioneers Empire. So yeah. Also, I don't think I mentioned this, but the Pioneers Empire was formed because people like maths, like Pi Day. So yeah, they decided to make an empire of it, because why not? Also, I forgot Pi Day was a thing until yesterday when my maths teacher said it. So yeah. Also, March 14th is also the day that crabs fries in SpongeBob. You know, maybe I should have paused. How far are we into this recording? Okay, 13 minutes. That's decent. Why? I keep getting into a bit of the white, so I need to redo it. No. You know what? That's as good as I'm gonna get it. Okay. This is our new Balkans. It's under 1, 2, 3, 4 nations. Technically 5 if you count Greece. But this is now probably its own independent nation. And to further symbolize that, yeah. But not just that, Greece is getting involved, and this time it's not just to like save the Balkans or anything. They're purely just against Greece. And let's just get on with this war. Thrice is instantly taken. Damn. And then like all of like this like eastern like western coast is taken. I'm starting to think Greece had troops here already, just waiting for the right moment to strike. And in fact, the Pioneers Empire is thinking that too. They're like, did these guys already have troops here? Anyways, that doesn't matter because the Pioneers are taking the southern coast now. And the Georgians are taking this. They're trying. Also, that's not the fully red color because this is the fully red color. It's a bit hard to notice, but yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's good. So, Turkey is very scared, and not just that, but one moment. Two Kurdish rebellions happened, and no, this is definitely not Wixo. I lied, it's definitely Wixo. Also, if you don't know what Wixo is, why Wixo is, shame on you. Anyways, this is going to drive a few nations into the war. Bing, bap, and boom. And considering the way that Iran currently is, I don't think they should be fighting in this war. So yeah. Anyways, speaking of that, let's just imagine US troops are all down. Oh yeah, also I don't think these guys. Wait, no, that's the Air Force. That. Basically, these guys are screwed in a way. I forgot what way. Anyways, let's see these guys get their independence. Because this Kurdistan just got out of a rebellion in Wixo, but they're still doing surprisingly well. And this one, they just, like the Turks or the Greeks, I don't know, whatever you want to call them. Anyways, once this happens, these guys are like, you know what? You can take some of this land. So they very quickly run over all of Syria, and they start going down Iraq. And they use Egypt to go through, up, and that's right, they're stealing the US's kill. And once all of Iraq falls, I think, we see I said the Greeks, we see the Georgians take all of this and say goodbye to Iran, because they are just, Iran is going to fall over to you. Boom. Anyways, regarding the Turkish front line, it's going to be split semi-evenly, because Turkey's probably fallen by this point. The Pioneers are going to be occupying this, the Greeks this, the Cheese Kurds are going to be occupying this, and the Georgians are just going to be annexing, doing the rest. And now it's time to see a very, very big peace treaty. You know, I probably should have thought about what would happen when I, got rid of the nations. I probably should have just rewound. This is a horrifyingly large Pioneers empire. Anyways, let me break down for you. Turkey's very sad. It's like that treaty of, I don't know what it was. I'm gonna see. What was Ottoman Treaty? Yeah, World War One. Let me see if I can find out what it's called. Treaty of Severus. Yeah, it's like that, but just now with Turkey. Ooh, I have a lot of cookies and cookie clicker. I'm going to buy some upgrades. That upgrade was useless. Anyways, as you can see, Turkey and all the other nations are very sad. Like, the only nation that somewhat still exists is Iraq, but they just get annexed into blue Kurdistan. Also, I really like how this looks. I just ended up not. I just used analyze or I used this one, the one that doesn't have all the faded bits. I didn't use this one, and I use it to paint. And it looks really clean. Anyways, that's actually going to be the end of the video. Because I don't know what else to do. Just ignore the rest of the allies. I decided them for fun. Anyways, now time to talk about the Wixo stuff. So, episode 56 needed 3 characters voice, and I haven't done mine yet. I had a week to do it, but I just couldn't be bothered. And so one character has now been voiced. The VA sent me the lines yesterday. One character still doesn't have a voice actor, but I think I'm just gonna end up voicing them. And the other character, I have all the lines done, but I just have not voice acted my character yet. And I'm probably just gonna voice act the one that hasn't been voiced by anyone, unless my friend wants to voice, and I'll let her voice the character. Anyway, so yeah, I just want to say like Wixo 30. Also, I haven't actually recorded it yet, so I should probably get to doing that. Yeah. Anyways, this is the end of the video. If you guys liked it, don't forget to like and subscribe. Goodbye.